Tesla continues to grow each day, and regardless of the prices of their cars, so does their demand. In 2021, they closed out the year producing 930,422 vehicles and delivering 936,172 of them. So far, as reported in the first 6 months of 2022, Tesla has produced a total of 563,987 cars and delivered 564,743 of them, putting them on track to sell over 1 million this year. With new factories scaling up and new tax credits opening up for Teslas, their demand could keep growing. So today we're going to break down each one of their cars, which one could be the best option for you, and which cars may see updates soon, so let's get into it. Tesla makes exclusively electric cars, and there are some commonalities between each car that they make. They are not hybrids in any form, so when you run out of electricity, it's just like running out of gas. Since this is so different than gas vehicles, and charging typically takes longer than filling up with gas, there seems to be a lot of misconception that is common here. For Tesla, they have a huge advantage when it comes to charging, because they have their ever-expanding supercharger network. They have over 35,000 chargers worldwide and counting, ensuring that you will be covered on a road trip. But again, this isn't the whole story. Many expect that you simply use superchargers and stay there for a while instead of gas stations, but the reality is you charge at home instead of going to the gas station. For myself, in the last year, I've saved a lot of time by owning a Tesla, because I get home, plug in, and my car is charged for the next day. I never have to stop at a charger unless I'm on a very long road trip. All of Tesla's vehicles are built for safety, and the 4 cars that they have happen to be some of the safest out there. They each have 5 stars in every category from NHTSA, and both the Model 3 and Y are 2 of the safest cars that they have ever tested. By default, each Tesla includes safety features like automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and lane departure avoidance, but also includes Autopilot. Autopilot includes adaptive cruise control to adjust your speed and brake according to the vehicles around you, and Auto Steer will keep you centered in your lane. This will take a lot of stress out of a long drive. If you want more self-driving features, Tesla on all of their cars sells Enhanced Autopilot or Full Self-Driving. Enhanced Autopilot adds a feature called Navigate on Autopilot, which will route for you and make lane changes as needed on the freeway. Auto Lane Change is the manually initiated version of that feature, allowing you to, while in Autopilot, signal which direction you want to change lanes, and the car will do it for you when safe. This is actually one of my favorite features that pairs extremely well with Autopilot. Then there is Auto Park, which will park for you, but in my experience is actually fairly buggy and slow. Summon, where you can pull your car out of a tight spot with the app, and Smart Summon, where the car comes to you in a parking lot. In my experience, of all of these features, Auto Lane Change is really the only one I find worthwhile and something that I truly would use day to day. The cost of Enhanced Autopilot is $6,000, and for myself, I don't find it worth it at this point, but it may be for you. If you want to go the extra mile though, Tesla offers their full self-driving capability for $12,000. This includes, quote, all functionality of basic Autopilot and Enhanced Autopilot, traffic light and stop sign control, and coming soon, Auto Steer on city streets. What you'll notice right away if you upgrade to FSD is that it's basically the same as Enhanced Autopilot. Today, as a customer, you won't receive much extra functionality, but Tesla says the activation and use of these features are dependent on achieving reliability far in excess of human drivers, as demonstrated by billions of miles of experience, as well as regulatory approval, which may take longer in some jurisdictions. As these self-driving features evolve, your car will be continuously upgraded through over-the-air software updates. So you're paying $12,000 to receive whatever functionality Tesla brings out. Currently, this is their FSD beta, which is still limited, but hopefully expanding by the end of the year, according to Elon Musk, to where anyone who buys FSD can be part of this beta. Essentially, you're investing in the future by buying this package. I don't find it worth it today, especially at that price, and Tesla has been so incredibly delayed delivering these features that while we've seen significant progress on the FSD beta recently, I can't justify the cost. The FSD package you buy stays with the vehicle and often isn't considered in the sale price, so it can end up as a loss. It was for me on my 2020 Model Y, which I sold earlier this year with FSD. This all could change though if Tesla truly delivers these auto steer on city street features. Tesla is expected to raise the price when they get there, since that technology would be huge, and that's why I'm acknowledging this first in the video, since it can be a tough choice. For me, basic Autopilot is plenty, although I do miss Auto Lane Change. Additionally, Tesla offers FSD in a subscription at $199 per month, or you can buy the package after delivery if you change your mind. It's simply a software upgrade that requires no additional hardware and can be installed in minutes after you pay that $12,000. These features and pricing are the same on all of Tesla's vehicles. Every Tesla also receives free over-the-air software updates throughout ownership. We see them come in every couple of weeks to fix issues or add features, like the latest features coming soon to allow you to sync vehicle settings to the cloud and adjust the positioning of your blind spot camera on screen. It's really great and keeps your Tesla up to date with the latest features no matter how old it is. The Tesla app connects with your car and can control a lot of it, can work as your key, precondition the car, summon the car, and more. This is very handy and useful. Then there are many features on screen like built-in music streaming, video streaming, and games. If you want to get in-depth on all of those features, you can check out one of my reviews linked below. To finish out general things that apply to all Teslas, they are fully electric. This means that they have instant torque, typically accelerate much faster than equivalent cars on the road, are nearly dead silent, have no tailpipes so they do not directly pollute, feature one-pedal driving, and have much less maintenance. There's no standard oil changes and hardly any maintenance that you're used to in a gas vehicle. One thing you might face though, instead of typical maintenance, is Tesla build quality. This has improved a lot over time, and Tesla is working hard at getting service centers to be much more effective, but Teslas still get delivered with issues that need fixing. They are usually fit and finish issues that don't affect the way the vehicle drives, but are frustrating to deal with on a new car even when fixed under warranty. The last configuration option, similar to FSD, that applies to any Tesla model is choosing your charging option. Tesla doesn't include a charger by default anymore, so the wall connector is $400 when configuring, or the mobile connector is $200 when configuring online. In any case, Tesla sells 4 cars. With the new updated tax credit that is expected to pass, a few different models will qualify for up to $7,500 off at the point of sale. Tesla's cheapest car is the Model 3. It's a small 5-seater that has a normal trunk with an automatic hatch, front trunk, all-black exterior trim, and rear seats that fold for extra space. While this car is their smallest and it doesn't have a hatchback, you'd be surprised how roomy it feels and how much cargo space there truly is thanks to the understorage compartment and glass roof. The all-glass roof makes it feel especially roomy inside, and other features inside make it feel very modern. There's a wireless charger for phones, vegan interior, built-in USB drive in the glove box to save Sentry Mode security footage, heated seats, USB-C ports, and then the main one, a 15-inch center touchscreen. As you can see, the interior is very simple. For myself and many others, this gives the car a really nice and clean look. Instead of a lot of buttons, almost everything is controlled or displayed on the main screen. Certain things like wipers, headlights, blinkers, volume controls, autopilot controls, and gear selection are controlled or initiated with buttons on the steering wheel, but the rest is handled on screen. Things like climate control, heated seats, wiper settings, and more are handled on screen. Additionally, there's no instrument cluster display in front of you, so your speed, autopilot visualizations, and relevant driving info is located on the top right corner of the center display. Some worry about this, but you truly get used to it in no time. For pricing, the rear-wheel drive Model 3 comes in at $46,990 today. This used to be called Standard Range Plus because it is the model that features a standard battery. In the US, this is actually the only non-long range Tesla that they sell. It will get an EPA range of 272 miles on a charge, a top speed of 140 miles per hour, and a 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. 272 miles is great, but keep in mind that with all EPA ranges, they aren't the same as the real world. I always account for around a 12% range drop in the real world, driving highway speeds and utilizing climate controls. The latest standard range Model 3s utilize an LFP battery chemistry as well. This means that while most Teslas are recommended to charge to 80% each day for best battery longevity, the new standard range Model 3 actually prefers to be charged to 100% for longevity. This means true access to the full range each day, which is a plus for many. Again, keep in mind with the range that if you can charge at home, you will only need more range on a longer than usual drive. For daily commutes, you should be far more than covered. The only difference between the rear-wheel drive and dual-motor Model 3s, aside from the obvious, comes with the partial premium interior. This means that the rear-wheel drive Model 3 has a slightly downgraded audio system, no floor mats, and no LED fog lamps according to Tesla's website. Other than that, these cars are exactly the same when it comes to basic features. The long-range Model 3 comes in at $57,990. It features 2 motors, a range of 358 miles EPA, top speed of 145 miles per hour, and 0 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. For those two configurations, you have the option of 18-inch aero wheels or 19-inch sport wheels for an extra $1,500. Keep in mind that these wheels will drop the EPA estimated range from 358 miles to 334 miles of range. To me, that, along with the harsher ride quality of the upgraded wheels, makes it not worth the cost. Lastly, for the Model 3 is the Model 3 Performance. This is $62,990, gets a range of 315 miles, top speed of 162 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. It also includes 20-inch Uber turbine wheels, performance brakes, a carbon fiber spoiler, and aluminum alloy pedals. Options for any Model 3 include white or midnight silver metallic paint, blue for $1,000 extra, black for $1,500 extra, or red for $2,000 extra. For interior, you can choose black or black and white for $1,000 extra. Then, of course, as mentioned earlier, you have options for enhanced autopilot at $6,000, FSD at $12,000, and the wall connector or mobile connector. Depending on your configuration, your Model 3 wait time could see you taking delivery this year or next. Now, as far as a federal incentive goes, it looks like Teslas should be eligible again in 2023. As these prices are currently, only the rear-wheel drive Model 3 will qualify, since as of now, this credit will have a price cap of $55,000 for smaller vehicles. At $46,990, you could see a $7,500 point of sale credit come in 2023. That would mean that you could get this car under $40,000 again at $39,490. Considering the gas and maintenance savings for this car, it could make a lot more sense for people with that $7,500 off. It looks like currently, as the bill is, you'd have to take delivery in 2023, which would actually incentivize people to wait to order or take delivery of a Tesla, so we'll have to see how things develop on this front in the coming weeks. As for the long-range Model 3 though, that car is currently priced $2,990 above the price cap to qualify for a credit. However, Elon Musk has said that Tesla may be soon lowering prices again. Plus, Tesla may want their long-range Model 3 to qualify for the credit if nothing changes with this $55,000 cap, since that would lead to more sales. If Tesla did manage to lower their price, it would probably come down to $54,990, which after a point of sale $7,500 off would mean a long-range Model 3 could be $47,490. That's assuming a price decrease here, nothing changing with this bill, and the bill officially passing, so there's a lot of factors we'll have to see come together to achieve that price on that car. The Performance Model 3 will not qualify. If you want to check out my full review of the Model 3 after a year of ownership, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Now, Tesla's next cheapest car happens to be their most popular, the Model Y. The Model Y is like the Model 3's big brother. It features a lot of the same stuff as the Model 3, like the vegan interior, 5 seats by default, heated seats, USB-C ports, included USB drive for Sentry mode security footage, and main 15-inch screen. The interior of these cars is so similar that in photos it can actually be tough to tell them apart, but the Y sits much higher. Not only is the ground clearance higher, but the seats are as well, making you feel much more on top of the road. Cargo space is much larger as well, thanks to the hatchback trunk. Rear seats fold down at the touch of a button, and this opens up a huge amount of trunk space. There are only 2 configurations currently sold in the US for the Model Y, but another could be coming soon. We'll talk about that one in just a minute. For now, the Model Y long range comes in at $65,990. It features a range of 330 miles EPA, top speed of 135 miles, and 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. For the long-range Model Y only, you can choose between the 19-inch Gemini wheels or the 20-inch induction wheels for an extra $2,000. Again, note that the upgraded wheels drop the EPA range by 12 miles and will bring harsher ride quality. In my personal 2020 Model Y, I noticed the ride quality significantly improved when I downgraded to the Gemini wheels, so I actually recommend this. Another option only available on this configuration is the option to upgrade to 7 seats. This is $3,000 extra, adds a third row, and changes the second row to sliding so that passengers can get in the back. In my experience, the third row is really only for very small people. Then, if you want more speed, you can upgrade to the Model Y Performance for an extra $4,000. The Model Y Performance is $69,990, gets a 303-mile range, top speed of 155 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Performance upgrades include the 21-inch Uber turbine wheels, performance brakes, lowered suspension, and aluminum alloy pedals. For some reason it isn't listed here, but it also includes a spoiler. For both Model Y configurations, you can choose between white or midnight silver metallic, blue for $1,000 extra, black for $1,500 extra, and red for $2,000 extra. You can also add a tow hitch for $1,000, and this is a high-strength Class 2 steel tow bar capable of towing up to 3,500 pounds. For interior, you can choose all black or black and white for an extra $1,000. Then, of course, you have options for enhanced autopilot, FSD, and charging, and those are the same on all of their cars. The wait time for a Model Y is significantly longer than a Model 3, as you can see. A base Model Y estimates delivery in April to July of 2023 right now, and depending on your options and upgrades, this can get a little bit quicker. For example, a Model Y Performance says August to October of this year, allowing for a very quick delivery. Again though, we're in this weird spot with the federal credit where you may want to actually wait until 2023 if nothing changes, so it's hard to time an order with Tesla's wait time. The Model Y will qualify for the $7,500 off in both configurations sold because the cap for an SUV is $80,000. So that means if you buy a long-range Model Y and get this credit, you'll end up paying $58,490 for a long-range Model Y. For a Model Y Performance, that would be $62,490. Again, this is going based off of current prices though, so hopefully Tesla does end up lowering those a bit. There are a lot of factors, but that $66,000 long-range Model Y used to cost $48,990. In any case, there's another Model Y configuration that could get introduced this year. In other markets, Tesla sells a standard range Model Y, utilizing the same battery pack as the standard range Model 3, but in the US they eliminated this configuration. However, Tesla has been introducing their own new battery cell called 4680 and has been making standard range Model Ys with them. They get a range of 279 miles and come in at $59,990 or potentially a bit higher depending on recent price changes. These have popped up in inventory as available, but Tesla hasn't officially made the configuration available. Soon enough though they could, and if it comes in right around $59,990 with a 2023 federal credit, that would mean that you could get a Model Y for $52,490. That's a lot more reasonable than the current entry price of $66,000. The Model Y has quickly become Tesla's most popular car, and if you want to see my full review of that car after 2 years of ownership, you can check that out linked up here or in the description below. Now that's it for Tesla's quote affordable vehicles, but they sell two more. The Model S and X are built on their own platform and include a number of upgrades over the Model 3 and Y, like ventilated seats, the yoke steering wheel, 17-inch center screen, instrument cluster display, longer range, faster acceleration, a rear touchscreen for media, a 22-speaker audio system, and active road noise reduction. The Model S comes in two configurations, with the dual-motor all-wheel drive coming in at $104,990. This gets a 405-mile EPA range, top speed of 155 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. The Plaid Model S is tri-motor and happens to be the quickest accelerating production car you can buy. It has a range of 396 miles EPA, a top speed of 175 miles per hour, or 200 miles per hour if you buy an upgrade after delivery, and a 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds. It's absolutely stomach-dropping, and other Plaid upgrades are 3 high-performance motors with carbon-sleeved rotors, torque vectoring, and 1,020 horsepower. They also quote a quarter mile of 9.23 seconds at 155 miles per hour trap speed. The performance on this car is insane, but feature-wise, aside from that, the Plaid and dual-motor Model S are fairly similar. You can choose between white paint that is included, black, midnight silver metallic, or blue for $1,500 extra, or red for $2,500 extra. The 19-inch wheels are included, but for $4,500 extra, you can get the 21-inch Arachnid wheels. They look much better, but drop the range of the Plaid from 396 miles to 348 miles. For long range, they drop it from 405 miles to 375 miles of range. Then you can choose between all black interior, black and white interior for $2,000, or cream interior for $2,000. One difference here is that Plaid features a carbon fiber trim inside instead of wood. Autopilot and charging options are the same as Tesla's whole lineup. For federal incentives, this car is almost double the sedan cap of $55,000 to start, so it very much does not qualify for $7,500 off. To see my full review of the Model S Plaid though, you can check that out linked up here or in the description below. Lastly is the Model X. The Model X is much like the Model S with even more advanced features, and it's obviously much bigger. Mainly these features have to do with the falcon wing doors and the automatic opening front doors. These features, among others, really make the Model X feel extra luxurious, but you definitely pay for it. The Model X starts at $120,990 for a 351-mile EPA range, top speed of 149 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. That's already incredibly fast for an SUV. One thing exclusive to the Model X dual motor is that you can choose between 5 seats, 6 seats for $6,500, or 7 seats for $3,500. The Plaid upgrade on this car is much like the Model S, with tri-motors enabling a 311-mile range, 163 mile per hour top speed, and 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. That top speed requires a wheel upgrade. That 0 to 60 is also stomach dropping, and it doesn't make sense for a car its size. It's the quickest accelerating SUV in production, does a quarter mile under 10 seconds, and features the same carbon-sleeved rotors and torque vectoring as the Plaid Model S. For both Model X configurations, you can choose between white, black, silver, or blue for $1,500 extra, or red for $2,500 extra. The 20-inch wheels are included, or you can upgrade to the 22-inch turbine wheels for $5,500 extra. Note that these do affect range. Interior options are all black, or you can upgrade to white or cream for $2,000 extra. The Plaid has carbon fiber trim inside, whereas the dual motor has wood. Also, Plaid is only available in 6 seats. Then you can upgrade Autopilot or add a charger. So today, Tesla's cheapest vehicle starts at $46,990, but should be able to soon qualify for a federal EV credit, bringing it down to $39,490 if nothing changes. Their most expensive is the Plaid Model X at $138,990 to start, and with an SUV cap of $80,000 on a federal credit, the Model X clearly won't qualify. When looking at pricing of an EV, it's important to keep in mind overall cost of ownership and factor in how much you might save by charging at home and needing less regular maintenance. For some, this could mean that certain Model 3s or Model Ys truly make sense, and I hope this breakdown with the tax credits and latest pricing was helpful for you. For many, these cars will still be too expensive, but hopefully Tesla is able to lower prices soon, this federal credit passes and helps more to afford one, or cheaper options from Tesla or other companies truly become available soon. I'm really excited to see how the electric vehicle market evolves in the coming years, and I'll continue to review Tesla's latest vehicles as well as all EVs, so make sure you're subscribed to see the latest there. In the meantime, I have reviews of each of Tesla's vehicles mentioned today in the description below if you want to check those out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.